One of the biggest things that I've had to work my way out of, and I see it a lot, is complacency. Complacency is different than contentment. Complacency essentially is a silent killer because it immobilizes you. It essentially stops you in your tracks. And I see this a lot with people who live in impoverished areas, the ghetto like I grew up at, people who are living in like these abandoned cities in Michigan and Ohio, people in these trailer parks in these prior coal mining towns, Kentucky, Ohio. I think a lot of times what happens is that you kind of are living in these areas, you know the people, yeah, you're poor, but you feel like you're content because everybody else around you is poor, right? Like you don't really have anything to compare it against. Everybody else is struggling. So as long as you're keeping up with the other people who are struggling, you feel like you're doing okay. But like you're not doing okay. And you see it a lot with a lot of these people who grow up in the ghetto, never leave, born, raised, and die there. You see it with people that grow up in these small towns in Appalachia. They never leave, they never get out. And I was just like, don't you ever want to, have you never thought about the world being a bigger place and let me see something different? It's complacency. It's going to kill you. So when you're poor, it really doesn't matter what race you are. Everybody's going to be clumped together. Anybody living in poverty is all going to the same place. So I grew up around Puerto Ricans, Haitians, Jamaicans. I remember, especially when I got to 1531 Stratford Avenue, that was like heavy Puerto Rican over there. They actually owned the corner store at Logan and the other one on the next corner up, Hollister or whatever that was. When you're poor, it doesn't matter what race you are because everybody's the same. Nobody's different. Definitely nobody better than anybody else. In our case, in like 1986, my mother did the exact same thing. I mean, crime in Bridgeport was just really out of control, and she realized that it was just a matter of time before we were going to get sucked up in that. And, you know, she broke. She moved. We all moved. You know, we got up and left Bridgeport, went to South Carolina, where her father was living at, on a farm. We went down south, which was completely different. But it just showed that I'm not just talking. I've seen this demonstrated in my own life. She knew that, well, you know, yeah, even though she's born and raised in Derby and Sonia, and everybody she knows lives there, she realized that she was going to make a sacrifice so that, you know, her kids will have a better chance. And I'm the fruit of that. So there it is, proof in action.